Hey, how you doing today? I guess we'll call this a Drudge Doodle because it's another Drudge related. Whenever I see an article, an image that doesn't really click with the article it's connected to, it gives me suspicion. And when they stay up all day long, then I have to look. And this one today is that one. Weird clouds may have inspired the Scream, which is the name of this painting. Everybody's pretty much seen that at some point or another. There's the article. Weird clouds may have inspired the Scream. Okay. And they go through it with talking about just the clouds in the Scream painting. And the scientists, hypothesized that it could have came from, because he was in a high altitude or because of the red-orange sky. It might have been because of volcanoes erupting. And they go on and on and on about this, what the clouds were about, what the clouds were about. That's the whole article. There are other hypotheses, but of course, we are natural scientists. We tend to look for answers in nature, whilst the psychologists have suggested it was intertorment that made Munich paint the Scream. And that is exactly what I believe as well. Intertorment made this dude paint this painting, and that's why they're showing it on Drudge all day long, because it's a form of communication. That what was tormenting this poor guy was the fact that, from his very young age, he got tied into crowds that, he was attracted to the arts, and of course that leads to all manner of other things, alchemy and experimenting with spirits and everything. And it's all in his own words. He, Edgar Allan Poe, stuff like that. He was messed up. And so I don't think it was because, the clouds inspired him to do this painting. And I'll show you why I say that. And again, you got to remember, this is how this spirit that rules this earth, for lack of a better term, works in ways that manifest around us. It could be in words, images, very much so in images, sculpture, architecture. We all know that. We all see the symbols in the architecture and everything, signage, the whole 9 yards. Well, this is really no different. And this poor guy, I mean, look at this. I'm sorry, impressionist or not, that's not a very good painting in my view, but nonetheless, that is a troubled person. So I don't see anything off the top looking at it from the upright view, so I have flipped it over. And when I flipped it over, I noticed these symbols here. When turned upside down, they very, very much resemble the Hess symbol, which basically means behold, or to show, or to reveal. Okay. Now, this guy was up in Oslo, Norway, but all that area, right up into Northern Europe, all the way into Switzerland, Germany, they're all tied together with this crew that were running in these black magic circles. But I think this guy was just a little too nuts. He wasn't really part of the clan. He just was probably used, but I could tell you by his own bio there, he is a very tormented fellow. Poor guy. So I end up on this angle here. And right away, I mean, without really changing anything, this is what I see. First of all, the head coming through the hands like that, through that channel, that has significance because what it stands for is the birth canal, the birthing of you, a spiritual being, a creation of God, being birthed, being snared into your flesh prison and being ruled over by the likes of these characters. It's all written in the Bible. But right away I saw this figure right here. And, I'll show you what this is in a minute. Right next to the reveal signs there. And that is no doubt to me whatsoever a priest or a high, pharaoh, or, whatever. They're in their world. I'm telling you, this is what they go by. They have their gods, they have their demons and their leaders, basically. And it's insanity, but it's true. This is what exists in this world. I'm just sorry, I gotta tell you. But so there's a priest there, basically. That's what he is, And the priest has a little demon devil creature here. He's there. I pulled even a different thing of the image here, and there's that same area, and there's that little demon, little horned, little gremlin-looking thing there. But there he is, and behind him, behind those guys, what appears to be, there's actually several very unpleasant faces and stuff up in there, but primarily what I see up in there is a head of a, lack of a better word, giant, and he continues down here. But he's there. Whatever this poor guy was envisioning in his mind, these demons that were haunting him, this was one of them. We have another very ugly creature here. You know what I'm saying? And just like most of the other paintings and stuff I show you, this one's got way more. Way more. And the whole point of it is to illustrate how the spirit of wickedness is permeated on the earth. And until you understand and realize that, and look away from that, and know that there is an opposite of that, the good, because the evil will draw you in. It'll draw you in with your intellect, with your sexual preferences, all down the line. You have to ask from a very humble and humiliating place in your gut, and that you are not God, whether you believe in the God of the Bible or not. But it is true, and I hope you seek it once again. And I hope you enjoyed today's edition of Freaky Images, manifesting in everything. Peace and grace, y'all. Many fish.
But have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, Who seeth us? And who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay,